There are many words that can be used to describe the next inductee. Humble, passionate, insightful leader, innovator and trailblazer, role model and mentor, business executive, coach, mom, daughter, sister, and most importantly, friend. This year's Pennsylvania Athletic Training Hall of Fame inductee, Ms. Linda Fabrizio Mazzoli, is not only the director of the Rothman Institute Concussion Network in Philadelphia, but she is also a working mother of 4, fearless soccer coach, and the part-time executive director of the Pennsylvania Athletic Trainers Society. I now could begin the litany of committees, responsibilities, and other positions that Linda has held at the national, regional, state, and local levels, but I'll refer you to her bio in this evening's program. For that information, I'd rather use the people that know her best, the friends and colleagues' thoughts who gave us some information about Linda. Former PATS president, professor and athletic trainer at Lock Haven, Dr. Yvette Ingram, describes Linda's leadership style as, "Come with me and together we will do it" style. Further explaining that, much like a swim instructor, Linda Mazzoli leads you to the project, builds your confidence, and then gently pushes you to complete it before you realize she has sent you off to be successful on your own. Yvette goes on to say in her letter of nomination that Linda is a true businesswoman who uses her network and all of her experience, talent, and savvy as an athletic trainer and a business executive to benefit the members of our society, always remembering that any good business is made up of strong, determined individuals who feel empowered and free to try new things. It is this sense of empowerment that has provided a platform for many of our committees to flourish and receive national recognition. The entire profession of athletic training owes a great deal to Linda Mazzoli, according to Dr. Kathy Derringer, former NATA District 6 Director and current Katie Commissioner. Kathy goes on to say that Linda started talking about business and opportunity long before we comprehended their importance. As an innovator and trailblazer, she introduced concepts such as value recognition before anyone else in athletic training. In fact, the value model that has been developed by the NATA actually was Linda's idea, an idea not only brought to fruition, but thriving. These skills also were recognized by Dr. R. Roberts Franks, Associate Professor of Family Medicine and Director of the Rothman Concussion Institute. Dr. Franks said, "I have never met anyone so passionate and dedicated to the career of athletic training as Linda Mazzoli has been. She not only has the clinical skills to represent athletic training well, but also the business acumen necessary to continue to advance the profession of athletic training as it evolves as a healthcare discipline." While I could go on now to list all of her many accomplishments, according to the board of directors of the Brandywine Football Club, they added in the immeasurable local impact that she has had on that program and the athletes and the families involved. The last accomplishments that I will share with you are those I know she is most proud. Linda is the loving daughter of Barbara Fabrizio Smith and the late Francis Fabrizio, stepdaughter of Dick Smith, sister of Lisa and husband Bob, and proud mother of sons Dominic and David and daughters Maya and Micah. They, along with Dominic's girlfriend Shelley and Micah's godmother Christiane, are here to share this special evening with her, along with many others. Therefore, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to present to you Ms. Linda Fabrizio Mazzoli, 2018 Pennsylvania Athletic Training Hall of Fame inductee.
Okay, don't laugh. I actually am at a loss for words. Yes, I'm officially this old. I need the cheaters. Wow. First, I'd like to take a moment to say congratulations to Sandy and T on your induction into this Hall of Fame with me. I've had the privilege of working with both of these two over the years, and I am grateful that our paths have crossed and we were able to walk a while together on that path. Congratulations to all award winners tonight. I have to tell you, I am so grateful for all of your hard work throughout the years. I am proud of you. I had such a privilege today of walking down our young scholarship winners for their interviews, and they just are so powerful. I mean, it was so awesome talking to these young students. Go get life. You guys are wonderful. Thank you, dear Paula, for the introduction tonight. You're the star along the path that seemed untouchable. Your professionalism, dedication to our profession, and your leadership have continued to encourage, invigorate, and astonish me. You're amazing. I wonder often how you find that power. And I just knew that I wanted to be included in that energy that you just emulated. Yet your advice to me was really kind of scary. It was embrace my own uniqueness through the process, empower our profession forward, and for that I am forever grateful for your wisdom in knowing how to guide me. Thank you, my dear friend. Thank you to the Hall of Fame Committee for this amazing honor. It is a privilege that is quite overwhelming and surreal, as you can imagine. I'm more than moved. I'm truly moved. To the Executive Board, I worked with over the years, not only those here, Sandy, John, Coop, all of them. I thank you for your diligence and leadership to our organization and for blazing new paths and trails in our society. Your work is not easy and may seem all uphill, especially during those strategic planning sessions. But you have persevered for the best interests of our society, and I thank you. I didn't think this was going to be this hard. Please understand that this is the first time in a long while I have been at a loss of words. I'm usually the one always encouraging. I want to talk to you tonight about something that I tried to put together, kind of expressing what I feel that this has been for me. And I started with down this path. So I wanted to call this the path, but you'll see the path really turned into the privilege that I had. So if you give me a minute, I'll kind of tell you my thoughts on this. But I promise I'll keep to the AJ rule. So it started in, just kidding. I don't necessarily want to walk you down the whole path tonight, but I do rather just show you some glimpses of my journey and those wonderful champions of the cause who walked with me, in front of me, and sometimes behind me. It is because of them that I stand here tonight. Unlike a road that is paved in a built-up community or environment, a path, by dictionary definition, is a way beaten, formed, or trodden by the feet of a person or an animal. A narrow walk or way. While I see more and more streets being built in our community of athletic training, it is the paths through the brush, through the weeds, and through the forest that I am the most grateful. Some of our best discussion has been through the weeds. To all who have laid one of the first and certainly not the last path with legislation and eventually licensure for a profession, I thank you for the tenacity, fortitude, and passion for our profession. Joe Izzy, Paula Tarosi, Steve Heckler, Barry McGlumphy, Tom West, and Greg Janik. You have projected us forward as key members in the allied healthcare arena, and for that, I'm amazingly grateful. Thank you, too, for allowing me to walk and learn from you and gain knowledge of legislation and licensure, walking on that path, and for teaching me to develop new paths for our profession. For me, it was really never a straight road. So walking along paths just seemed quite easy to me. I kind of think and thought like Doe Zanamero, who once stated that a change in direction does not mean you're abandoning your path, because few paths are wide, straight, or predictable. Sometimes we wish they were, don't we, board? I learned early on that would be my familiarity, unpredictable. When I first started out in school, I wasn't the best student. Mom, you fought hard for me, thank you. But I thank you to Phil Donnelly, who understand that I was not going to be the typical traditional student or professional. I asked too many questions of why are we doing things. Thanks for the encouragement, Mr. Donnelly, when I thought I was disappointing you in our profession. Through your encouragement and those of Steve Mackel, Jim Schiller, Michelle Monaco, Carol Cairo, Kathy Derringer, Lisa Klecharowski, I learned to embrace the uniqueness of believing in different paths, and so in different paths of what I had chosen. It taught me to embrace the uniqueness of believing in different paths. And one of them was we should be valued. We all should be valued. And we should be expected to be valued. And we're allowed to be valued. You're allowed to be paid. And on a side note, a hot dog and a t-shirt is not payment. It's a nice added bonus. We should be valued for our skill set, uniqueness,